Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you're new here then hi, I'm Katie. For today's video I'm going to be showing you how I transformed this Ikea RAST chest of drawers and this thrifted dining set. I started by removing the door handles and placing them in an old cardboard box. I then used this copper spray paint to spray them all over, making sure to get it from every angle. Once I had assembled the chest of drawers, I removed all of the drawers individually and began to stain the wood. I'm using a thick stain and varnish. When I first started to apply it, I didn't like the consistency at all. It's quite thick and sticky, but I really like the finish, so I still think it was a good choice. As you can see, I'm painting with the grain of the wood and trying to apply an even coat. I then repeated the painting process on all three of the drawers. Here's the final project once I had screwed the handles back on, and here it is completely dry and in my bedroom. Okay, so that's the Ikea RAST chest of drawers. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I really like the copper handles. I did originally want to buy real copper handles for them, but the only ones I could find online were like crazy expensive. So I might eventually change them out to some real copper handles, but for now I think this is a really good cheap alternative. These chest of drawers only cost £25 from Ikea, so I do think this is a really good deal. I think that with a coat of paint they can look really cool. So I'm really happy with how this project turned out. I am like brand new to this, I don't really know what I'm doing, so feel free to tell me if you think I made any mistakes or how I could improve next time. But let's move on to the next project, which was this thrifted table and two chairs that we got from a thrift store. I was so happy when I found these. It's a folding table, which is exactly what we wanted because we need to be able to transport it and we have a tiny car. So this was ideal. This is how I made over the dining set. Here is the original table. As you can see, the middle section of the table is scratched and looking more worn than the sides. I started off by sanding down the whole tabletop. This is a veneer, so I had to be really careful not to sand through, which is why I'm using a 120 grit sandpaper instead of something rougher. I'm sanding with the grain of the wood to get off all of the previous finish. I'm just wiping it down with a microfiber cloth to remove some of the sand dust. Here you can see the difference between the sanded side and the untouched side. My next job was to flip the table over and have access to its many legs. Please excuse my pink headphones here, I was listening to the Jenna Julian podcast. I wiped everything down with a cloth to get rid of all the dust. I'm using a graphite chalk paint for the table legs and just applying that evenly with a brush. I apologise for the lack of good painting footage here. I think I was hypnotised by the painting and forgot to change the camera angle. I then moved on to the final step, which was to stain the tabletop. I'm using the same stain as the Ikea RAST and once again painting with the grain of the wood and trying my best to get an even coat. I actually really liked the raw wood look here before I stained it and considered leaving it like that. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you think I was right to stain it. Here's the finished tabletop, which I let dry overnight. I then moved on to the chairs. We got 2 of the same chair from the thrift store and they were pretty beaten up. I started by using 40 grit sandpaper to strip the varnish. I think if I was to do this again, I would use a stripper because this proved to be very difficult. Once the base of the chair was finally sanded, I moved on to the top piece and repeated the process. I then got the graphite chalk paint that I had used on the table legs and painted the rest of the chair. I'm using masking tape on the sanded wood just to make sure I'm not getting any paint on it. Finally, I used my trusted stain that I've grown to love over the base and the back of the chair. Here is the finished chair next to the old one for comparison. And finally, here's the finished dining set. Okay guys, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments down below how I did, if you think this was a good project, if you think I did well. Let me know any tips or suggestions of what I could do better. And let me know if you like this type of video because I'd really love to make more. Subscribe to this channel, like the video, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!